Welcome to the county ground in Swindon for this Barclays League Second Division fixture between Swindon Town and Hull City. Fortunes for both clubs differing this season. Swindon needing the points for a promotion possibly, and Hull City needing the points to get away from relegation down at the foot of Division 2. Should be an interesting encounter on what is a beautifully sunny afternoon and pretty well perfect for playing football. First encounter between these two sides this season was at Boothbury Park in Hull. Swindon Town won by 3-2. And one of the goals that day was scored by Fitzroy Simpson, his first goal in senior football. And he comes back into the Swindon side in place of the injured Steve Foley. And here are Swindon Town Football Club. Led out by today's mascot, he's Daniel Cole. He's 8 years of age and he comes from Melcham in Wiltshire. His favourite team is Swindon Town, and his favourite player is Fraser Digby, and his second favourite player is the one who's not in action today, Steve Foley. Swindon unchanged from the side that won at Plymouth by 3-0. Fitzroy Simpson continuing then in the absence of the injured Steve Foley. Incredible run of games where the side remained unchanged has come to an end because of Foley's absence, and we just await the arrival now of Hull City. But Fitzroy Simpson, as I said, did score up there at Hull, his first goal in senior football, and it'd be lovely for him to repeat the feat here at the county ground. And there is young Daniel about to try his luck against Fraser Digby. Today's match is being sponsored by Burma Petroleum Fuels Limited. Thanks from Swindon Town Football Club to them. There's Alan McLaughlin. He's just been chosen for the Republic of Ireland B squad that will play England in Cork at the end of March. Great honour for him. He's been in superb form this season. And there's a gentleman who needs no introduction to the county ground fans, Dave Bamber, a member of the 85-86 and 86-87 promotion squads, and moved from Swindon to Watford, then to Stoke, and now eventually to Hull City. Daniel Cole, nice little shot from him. Referee this afternoon will be Mr. Joe Worrell, one of the most experienced referees in the Football League. He's from Warrington. Let's run through the two sides for you then. In goal for Swindon, Fraser Digby. At 2, David Kerslake. At 3 is Paul Bowden. 4 is Alan McLaughlin. 5, Colin Calderwood. At 6, it's John Gittins. 7 is Tom Jones. 8, Duncan Shearer. 9 is Steve White. 10, Ross McLaren. 11 is Fitzroy Simpson. And the substitutes Dave Hockaday and Sean Close. Swindon looking for more goals from their striking partnership of Duncan Shearer and Steve White. Steve White got 2 in the 3-0 win at Plymouth Argyle, taking him on to 22 goals for the season. Duncan Shearer has 23. The pre-match preliminaries. Dave Bamber captain for the day for Hull City today, and he leads this City lineup. In goal, Ian Hesford. 2 is Nicky Brown. 3, Wayne Jacobs. At 4, Richard Jobson. 5 is Malcolm Shotton, no stranger to Swindon Town fans, formerly with Oxford United. 6, Ken Demange. 7, Gareth Roberts. 8, Andy Payton. 9 is Dave Bamber. 10, Billy Askew. 11, Graham Atkinson. And their substitutes Ian McParland and Paul Hunter, the new £150,000 signing from Scotland. A part-time player, so he begins his English League career on the substitutes bench. The linesman with the red trim will be Mr. R. Thomas, with the yellow trim Mr. B.A. Wigington. And so we're all set on this beautifully sunny afternoon for this second division match. Swindon Town then attacking the goal on our left, set the game in motion. Swindon in impressive form of late. Last league defeat was at Wolverhampton Wanderers. They lost that one by 2-1. Really have been in fine form in the league and have pushed themselves up in the promotion frame well and truly. Kerslake clears far side of the field. McLaughlin's beaten in the air by Malcolm Shotton, so that'll be a throw to Swindon, far side of the field. Here's John Gittins. McLaren. And safely back to Fraser Digby for his first touch of the afternoon. He'll come near side now to Paul Bowden. Calderwood, long ball forward, looking for the run of Duncan Shearer. And the first piece of defensive work here for Richard Jobson. And in fact, it just goes off Shearer and into touch, so it's a goal kick to Hull City. Duncan Shearer, 23 goals. Good season for him. His second at Swindon. Joined the club for £250,000 from Huddersfield Town. A record signing. Hesford with the goal kick. Bamber on the chest, nice ball off to Billy Askew. He'll lay it far side. McLaughlin quickly in there to deny space to Wayne Jacobs and any opportunity to get the ball forward. Gittins inside his own penalty area, does well. Bamber. It's good blocking by Jones. Back to help out his defence. Swindon facing 2 away games after this. They go to Ipswich Town, then to Oxford United in the local derby. And certainly the Stratton bankers are enjoying the beautiful sunshine this afternoon. It really is almost like summer. Very warm indeed. It's forward, it's a good ball, looking for Bamber. Bamber is brought down by Calderwood, and that will be a free kick. It was a fine ball through from midfield. Struck from Gareth Roberts. It was a great ball into the run of David Bamber. And Bamber looked as though he was going to make space and get on there for a shot, but he was brought down by Colin Calderwood. So it's a free kick to Hull City. Referee Worrell making sure the wall is 10 yards. And it's Billy Askew to take this free kick, and it's a fine effort too, and it's put Hull in the lead. Tremendous effort from Billy Askew. Early minutes of the game, and Swindon Town find themselves behind to that fine free kick off the underside of the crossbar, and it's Swindon Town 0, Hull City 1. Well, there's a shock for the Wiltshire side. If they thought this game might be easy this afternoon, they've really been given a bit of a warning there. Hull's Billy Askew, a fine free kick. It's given the Humberside team just the lift they needed. Here's Bowden's throw, looking for Steve White. Here's Fitzroy Simpson. And trying to get the goal back as soon as possible. Bowden. And Swindon get the corner. So immediately they strike back, and Swindon not finding it difficult to get goals this season. Here's Fitzroy Simpson. Has Jones going for the return, but it's a ball. And easily dealt with by the Hull City defence. Bowden, not quick enough. Fitzroy Simpson, tackled from behind, free kick. Simpson then, perhaps he can float a good cross in, does so. Shearer's at the far post. Hull not getting it away. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Fitzroy Simpson. As Bowden in support, uses him. McLaren, the ball not sitting up kindly for him. Would have wanted a better ball than that to try and make space for the shot, and Hull come away. Although McLaren has made ground to get back and find Fraser Digby. Free kick, foul on Steve White. Bowden attacking that Hull penalty area. Fitzroy Simpson. Off to Bowden once again, infield now for McLaren. Swindon spreading the play across the field. Here's Kerslake. And up quite comfortably is Ian Hesford to take that ball. And Swindon playing the good football across the field, but not threatening the Hull City goal on that occasion. So they still trail to that Billy Askew free kick. Fine effort. Here is Askew. Bamber, nice turn. And already showing that he's going to threaten the Swindon Town defence. Bamber looking to play the ball down the line, but Kerslake, no problem for him to play it away, and in fact he'll get the throw for Swindon Town. Such a beautiful afternoon. It's really reminiscent of the cricket season, and really should be awaiting the tea interval really about now. Beautiful day. Steve White beaten by Wayne Jacobs, but the ball is with Alan McLaughlin, who tries to get into that Hull City penalty area. Does well. Low cross and away by Gareth Roberts. Here's McLaren though. Jones. McLaughlin again. And down he goes. Free kick. So Alan McLaughlin showing international form there. Ball played into that Hull City penalty area. Steve White's there, and Hesford able to take the header quite comfortably. Got the direction, but not quite the power. Digby out of his area. Good distance on that particular clearance to find Shearer into McLaughlin. Swindon come forward again, looking for Steve White. Out comes Hesford, and as well does the Hull City keeper. Good swift break from Swindon though. Plenty of distance on that clearance from Digby. Coldwood away, finding McLaren. Simpson. Bowden. Poor ball, as Swindon have to start again. Here's McLaren. So still that early goal from Billy Askew, a rasping free kick from some 20 yards out. Off the underside of the Swindon Town bar, that after Dave Bamber had been fouled by Colin Calderwood, the town captain. It's a throw for Nicky Brown. Bamber. Roberts, he's Done well, he gets it back to Nicky Brown. Here's Bamber once again, on for Brown. And McLaren is tackling back. Bowden. Midfield for Calderwood. Swindon get that ball away well, but Hull City immediately in midfield. Stepping it up. It's Kersley, or Jones rather. And Hull, well, holding all the aces at the moment. Well, blocked by McLaughlin. And gets a round of applause for that. Bowden. It's Calderwood. Long left-footed clearance from Digby, deep into Hull City territory. And, well, not the best piece of defensive play that Wayne Jacobs ever done, but it's a throw to Swindon far side. Jones, a little chip into that Hull City box, but again, no threatening moves from the Town attack, and Hesford quite comfortable. Shearer chasing. Richard Jobson, no problem. Hull City, who had 3 managers in 1989, Eddie Gray, then Colin Appleton, and finally the present incumbent, that's Stan Turnant, who seems to have added a little bit of steel to Hull City, and they've certainly seen their results pick up of late. Jones. Kerslake attacking that Hull City penalty area. Finding Jones once again, has McLaren inside him. Kerslake. McLaughlin comes short. Gittins, and does well as a Town central defender. Plenty of distance on that back pass, and comfortably back to Fraser Digby. Here's Bowden for Simpson. Roberts doing well in midfield for Hull City. Here's Bowden, but Roberts again snapping at his heels. And Bamber and Gittins together. Free kick to Swindon. Here's Bowden. Demange gets it away, and Bamber once again picks it up. That's a useful little ball forward. Out comes Digby, and has to take it off the head of Payton. Kerslake, good game so far. Plenty of open play from both sides. Here's Roberts. And certainly Hull belying their lowly status at present in the second division, with some good enterprising football. Looking very useful indeed in midfield through the likes of Roberts and Askew. And solid at the back with the likes of Richard Jobson. Here's Bamber. And Bowden back to Digby. Oh, nice layoff. Here's Steve White going for that ball from Shearer. Here's Shearer once again, looking for Jones far side. Swindon Town bench, Ozzy Ardiles and Chick Bates in the red tracksuits trying to gee their man up. Gittins blocked by Bamber. Here's Bowden. Simpson trying to turn his man, but unable to get past the Hull City defender. Here's Bowden once again with a throw for Swindon. Infield now. McLaughlin back to Bowden. Lifts the ball, edge of that Hull City box. Swindon finding it very difficult to make anything tell against this Hull City defence. They really are playing very well at the back. Fraser Digby, 150th league appearance in the 3-0 victory at Plymouth Argyle. Simpson beaten in the air by Roberts. Here's Calderwood looking for Simpson once again, but again Roberts denies him. And Gittins. Swindon playing the ball nicely to feet. Here's Gittins, a long ball forward now, looking for the run of McLaughlin. Here's McLaughlin once again, and does well, finds Bowden. A little dummy from Shearer, but nobody in the Swindon Town attack was really alive to that. Simpson. Sideways header, finds the ball boy very nicely indeed. And it's a throw to Hull, Nicky Brown. So Hull City looking very comfortable at the moment on that 1-0 lead. Steve White, great header on for Shearer. Perhaps they're not so comfortable at the moment, although once again the Hull City defence very efficient. Swindon still have possession. Here is Tom Jones. Finds Kerslake, far side, although overhit slightly. Throw to Hull City. Claren. Oh, ball might have been successful with both Shearer and White making forward runs. Bowden beaten. And Calderwood back to Digby. Beautifully sunny on the bank there, look, and all in shirt sleeve order, which for March isn't bad. Free kick then for Hull City, and it's Wayne Jacobs. Ever present in the Hull City side this season, takes the free kick. Bamber beaten by Gittins, well read by the Town central defender. Kerslake with the throw then. As Swindon still trail by that Billy Askew goal. But, a good run from McLaughlin here, tries to get the cross in. And it's behind. And off McLaughlin for the goal kick. Bamber wins that one in the air this time against Gittins. Interesting confrontation they've had all afternoon. Here's Bamber, Gittins, sliding challenge. And Bamber tries to find the square ball. But Roberts, what an impressive player he's been early on. Already working hard in midfield for Hull City. Indeed, it was his ball that helped to lay on the first goal. Looking for Dave Bamber from midfield. Here is Bamber once again. Awkward sort of a player, tall and gangly, and really is one of the most difficult forwards in the Football League, no question of that. Unfortunately for him though, scored an own goal in his previous club's visit here. That was Stoke City. Swindon won 6-0, and Dave Bamber, well, the ball hit him on the shins and went in. Very disappointing end to the afternoon for Dave Bamber, who really did stand out in that Stoke City side in that disappointing 6-0 defeat. That was the last one in charge for McMills. He was dismissed. Alan Ball took over. Bowden. It's McLaren. Calderwood. Bowden again. Fitzroy Simpson going for the run, and well cut out by Nicky Brown. Corner to Swindon then, near side, as they'll try to lift the tempo. Jones, a little floater in towards the far post. Shearer knocks it back and away once again by Brown. And Hull City again proving efficient at the back. And a chance for them to break. As Kerslake does enough. Well, in fact, it was Bowden who found Kerslake far side, and he in turn found Digby. Appeals for handball against Richard Jobson. Nothing given by the referee. And Kerslake tidying up, finding Digby once again. Jobson with a header. Hull City have shown that they're a side perhaps who, although down towards the foot of the table at the moment, could well avoid relegation and perhaps go on next season to prove quite a handful. Gittins forced back into his own penalty area, and McLaren doing well. Good defensive work there by Swindon. Here's Bowden then to take it up from Digby's throw. Steve White battling as usual for all he's worth up front. Here's Jones, tries an effort, and Hesford. No problem for him, but Jones hit it well enough. But Hesford ideally placed and very comfortable when taking the shot. Here's Bowden, and back to Digby. Steve White looks around, wants the free kick against Jobson. Nothing doing though, says referee Worrell. Well, perhaps he was being held by the Hull City number 4. Here's McLaren. Gittins. Bamber. And this whole build again through from midfield, but Payton had gone too soon, and that'll be a free kick for offside. White tries to take it down. Kittins. Kerslake is now far side for Swindon. And once again, Hesford is put under no undue pressure by that ball forward from Kerslake. And Swindon, well, they've had plenty of possession and plenty of nice passing movements, but it's not really threatened that Hull City defence. Payton's header on as Bamber goes into the box, and out comes Digby. White, nice layoff, finds Jones. McLaughlin going for the run. As Demange is back there, and McLaughlin this time looking to the official. Again, felt that he was being impeded by Demange, but again, no decision given. Here's Payton then, taking up for Hull City. Doing well, good run from Payton, and a fine goal! Andy Payton with a second Hull City goal. Able to pick it up in midfield, and a fine run, took him past the Swindon Town defence. And a right foot shot beat Fraser Digby at the near post, and it's Swindon Town 0, Hull City 2. That's a fine individual goal from Payton, and really the Humberside team in the driving seat. And Swindon will have to really show some resilience now. Here's Fitzroy Simpson. Although they were behind 2-0 to Blackburn on Boxing Day here before half-time, and managed to fight back to make it 3-2 at half-time. So we shall see whether Swindon can do the same today. Certainly a good goal, set a buzz around the ground, no doubt about that. And Swindon now 2 down, 2 good goals by the Hull City team. Payton, who's linked up well with Bamber, but on occasion didn't need the big striker's presence because he made his way through the Swindon Town defence, and that's the way we stand. Gittins hitting a ball forward for McLaughlin. McLaren goes into the box. Here's Shearer, and Swindon have pulled a goal back. 2 goals in a minute and a half, and Swindon Town, through a fine move involving McLaren, White, and then Duncan Shearer, his 24th goal of the season, lifting the ball over the head of Ian Hesford, and Swindon Town are back in the game. Swindon Town 1, Hull City 2. Well, an immediate response from Swindon. And the first real time they threaten that Hull City defence. Some direct running by Ross McLaren, and some positive finishing by Duncan Shearer. Here's Calderwood. So that certainly livened the crowd up. Hull City thought they'd got themselves a goodly lead, but they suddenly find themselves pegged back. And there it is, Swindon Town 1, Hull City 2. Bodin in for Tom Jones. McLaren is near side, and he finds Simpson. Simpson, perhaps he can whale his way through, but City on this occasion not allowing Swindon to exploit the gaps, because those gaps quickly disappeared. Here's McLaren. Jones. Simpson. skips past Roberts and finds Bodin. And Swindon becoming a little bit more fluent now as Bodin takes it up again down this left-hand side. Bamber tried to turn against Calderwood and was fouled. Free kick. Nicky Brown now with his free kick for Hull City. Bamber on the turn, or trying to turn to Calderwood again, and does so. But Gittins tidying up and finds Digby. Good first half, certainly plenty of incident and some good enterprising football. Roberts. And if many people looked at this game beforehand and thought that Hull City were here just to make the numbers up, well, they've certainly been proved wrong now. Claren, and a nice ball near side now for Bodin. And a run of Steve White and Fitzroy Simpson. And White does well, gets the cross in, but it wasn't pulled back far enough. And Hesford, no problem. And here's the run of Steve White, and Jobson, a fine piece of defensive work, just got his foot in time. On to the end of the long Digby clearance, but here's Bodin, will pick it up again for Swindon. Simpson. Askew. Well blocked. Swindon look to take it up. Duncan Shearer doing good work there, blocking Askew's path and very nearly turning it to his advantage. So Duncan Shearer on 24 for the season now. That means that he and Steve White have scored 46 goals between them this season. That really is excellent. And part of the reason why Swindon Town is so high in the league table. Here's Gareth Roberts. And blocked quite nicely there by Paul Bodin. But Roberts really has been a tricky customer in this first half, although on that occasion a bit too tricky because he concedes a foul throw. Claren looking to hit a long ball forward now for the run of Duncan Shearer. Kerslake unlucky. He managed to get past the Hull City defence, but the ball ricocheting off his foot, and a goal kick to Hull. Bamber, long ball forward. And that's for Andy Payton. Payton will hit a long ball, and Digby goes down to save. Fine tidying up at the back, and Bigby will use the clearance to get length on it, and he does just that. What a fine ball. Really hits that long. Steve White, not quite sure, I don't think, where that ball ended up. Here's Alan McLaughlin. White, little layoff for Simpson. Quickly closed down by Nicky Brown, but Swindon still have possession through Kerslake. Skips past one, skips past two. Looking for the 1-2, and it didn't quite come off. But here's White. Oh, and McLaren clattering into Nicky Brown. And a few problems here for referee Worrell to sort out. Dave Bamber leading the protest of the Hull City defenders, and in fact it's going to be a free kick to Swindon. It's Bowden then, who'll take it, floats it in. Here's Jones. Flexion off a Hull player, and Demange hooks it away, only as far as Gittins. Here's Fitzroy Simpson. And a free kick here for Hull City. McLaughlin looking to play the ball over and into the path of Shearer, but Hull very resilient in the middle of the field. Here's Jones. Gittins. Gittins again. Here's Jones. And Askew together, and it's Askew who comes out on top. By Jobson. This Hull, no problem there. They're quite keen just to slow things down as we approach the half-time whistle. Certainly in a good position, 2-1 up. McLaren and Demange, and difficult to say who pulled who off there. Free kick to Swindon. And Benny Askew immediately turns round, not too pleased with that decision, but it is a free kick to the home team, which McLaren will take short to Bowden. To that Hull City penalty area, dealt with quite comfortably by Jobson. Ball back inside, Jobson again. Here's McLaughlin. A shot from Gittins. Here's McLaughlin, saved by the legs of Hesford. As Shearer. And all over the place, Hull City at the moment, and eventually the referee's whistle goes. And I would imagine that the Tigers' defence were mighty relieved to hear the blast on that whistle. Got themselves in all sorts of trouble. Swindon Town 1, Hull City 2. That's the way we stand. It's a goal kick. Claren. Pushing it back on Steve White, quite blatant there by Jobson. Here's Tom Jones. Troy Simpson inside the box, tries to make him space for the shot, but he's denied space by that very efficient Hull City defence. And a corner. McLaughlin going down under the challenge of Demange. Combined challenge of Demange and Wayne Jacobs. Jones there with the corner kick. Hesford with a punch and a free kick. So some decisions not going the way that the crowd are particularly enjoying at the moment. McLaren finds Fitzroy Simpson looking for the run of McLaughlin, but once again Hull closed down very quickly, and that turns out to be a nasty ball for Calderwood, but he does well and finds Digby. Steve White making a nuisance of himself up front. As Gittins is beaten by Bamber, but Jones tidying up, finds Kerslake. McLaren. Jones, good piece of tackling from him. He's certainly improved that side of his game this season, working in midfield and tackling back. And here he is now proving positive with the cross. Up comes Hesford, Simpson causing him to drop it, and the referee has given a free kick. And Shearer is absolutely incensed by that decision. Simpson going in for the free kick, or in for the cross rather, and judged to have impeded the goalkeeper. Askew. Digby, no problem. Shearer tries to knock it on, looking for Steve White. Away by Nicky Brown. Here's Bowden, and back to Digby again. Well, there's a chance for Bamber, and he appeared to go down under the challenge of Gittins. And Bamber looked none too pleased with that decision, although the decision is that it's half-time, and Bamber's going across to remonstrate with referee Worrell. And the Hull City players surrounding the referee. Bamber was clean through on goal, went down, and the referee, well, he blew the half-time whistle. So despite all the incidents we've seen involving the referee in the last few minutes, it's been a very good game indeed in this first 45 minutes. Swindon Town putting together some good football, but Hull City have certainly contributed and perhaps deserved their half-time lead. Billy Askew and Andy Payton putting them 2 up before Duncan Shearer reducing the arrears with his 24th goal of the season. It's half-time, it's Swindon Town 1, Hull City 2. Well, welcome back for the start of the second half. Swindon Town 1, Hull City 2. And it will be Hull City to kick off, attacking the goal on the left, and proved very good opposition indeed in the first half. And fine goals from Billy Askew and Andy Payton, giving them that half-time lead, and Duncan Shearer reducing the arrears. His 24th goal of the season. Here's Gittins, first challenge of the second half, and Digby put into some pressure there from the cross in from the right, as White will lay off, looking for McLaughlin. Shearer, nice little back heel, finds McLaughlin, has Jones outside him, and a good ball for Shearer. So enterprising football from both sides in the opening minute of the second half. Goal kick then to Hull City. Bamber beating McLaren in the air. Askew heads on. Bamber again, nice little layoff, but Kerslake's there first for Swindon. And will play it far side, looking for Fitzroy Simpson, finds McLaren. McLaren knocking it forward, but that will be a goal kick to Hull City. Ian Hesford then with the goal kick. Bodin beaten in the air on that occasion. Here's McLaren. It's a fine ball for the run of Shearer in the inside right position. He's blocked though by Wayne Jacobs. Here's Kerslake. Bamber once again wins that in the air. He's done that all afternoon. So pretty good for Hull City up front. And it's a throw, far side, Bodin. Swindon making progress down that left-hand side of the field, and Bodin is third throw in succession. Here's Askew back to help out the City defence. Gittins beating Payton in the air. And a round of applause from the referee there as he awards a free kick to Swindon. Jones and McLaren together. It's with Kerslake. McLaren. Roberts is pushed in the back by Paul Bodin. That'll be a free kick. Gittins, well, plenty of time in which to make that clearance, but unfortunately for him, sliced it somewhat, and Hull have possession through Demange. And his cross, well, succeeds only in troubling the ball boy for the goal kick. In fact, it was taking a deflection. So it's a corner kick for Hull City. Swindon have two substitutes warming up. Their substitutes this afternoon, Hockaday and Close. It's Roberts with a corner kick for Hull. Jones able to complete the clearance for Swindon, but Hull looking very lively again in midfield in this second half. Askew certainly one of the stars of the first 45 minutes. There goes Roberts under the challenge of Bodin. That's another free kick to Hull City then. Cross comes Askew, who scored the opening goal, that tremendous free kick from 20 yards. And as Swindon have substitutes warming up, so do Hull City. Goes Digby with a punch, but he's beaten to it. And Hull get another corner. So the side that lead 2-1, Hull City, they certainly are having the better of the early exchanges in this second half. And that's Bamber's header, and forcing Digby to tip it over for another corner. Dave Bamber yet to score for his new club. Oh, and there's Demarge and Payton together, and Swindon are rather fortunate on that occasion to get away with it. Payton's effort going straight to Fraser Digby, but Hull very close indeed to making this early second half pressure pay. Breaks though for Swindon. Here's Shearer. Forced backwards, finds McLaren. For McLaughlin, he's faced by two Hull City defenders, finds Jones. Back to Kerslake. Swindon's turn to press then after Hull's initial early pressure on the goal. Swindon still 2-1 down. Shearer turning well edge of the box with a little shot, and Hesford saw it all the way. Good piece of striking by Shearer, not quite the power though to trouble the Hull City keeper. Free kick for the challenge on Fitzroy Simpson by Demange. Paul Bodin to float it in from this left-hand side. Here's White. Simpson, little chip into the box. Here's Calderwood, and off the bar. Very close indeed to the town skipper getting another goal. He got a spectacular one against Port Vale recently from 50 yards with a free kick. On that occasion it would have been a bit more simple, but certainly just as effective. Hit the top of the bar. It's still 2-1 to Hull. So Swindon then, who weathered that early storm from Hull in this second half and certainly looked to have taken over as they come forward looking for this equalising goal. Here's Kerslake, fine piece of play, gets the ball into that Hull City box for White and taken off his head, and well played by Richard Jobson at the heart of that Hull City defence. Simpson, a short corner now for Jones, back to Simpson. Near post, it's a great effort from McLaughlin. What a fine save from Hesford. And gets a pad of two from the Hull City defence for what was a very good save indeed. McLaughlin's header certainly had the power in the direction. Here's Simpson. Jones chipped in for McLaughlin once again. Gittins forward for the Town. McLaren. Shearer header on, looking for White, and bouncing around inside that Hull City penalty area. And here's McLaughlin, who'll try to blast it, but once again Jobson is in the way, and Askew can take it away. And Hull immediately on the break. And Kerslake doing just enough to find Fraser Digby. So the game quickly switching from one end to the other there on that occasion. We have a Hull City player down. And it is Billy Askew. So time then to catch breath after that flurry of activity. And we will have a drop ball in the middle of the field. It'll be Gareth Roberts and Ross McLaren. Hull City man comes out on top. Here's Atkinson. Good ball in there from Jacobs, and Payton, well, the least said about that, perhaps the better. Goal kick to Swindon. Payton, who'd scored that tremendous goal, the second one for Hull City. Well, by Shearer, looking for the run of White. Here's McLaughlin inside the box, pulled down by Demange, and it's on the edge of the box. And Swindon protesting perhaps that it was inside the penalty area. Demange made the challenge, certainly, and it's outside the box. Referee Worrell adamant about that decision. Alan McLaughlin has picked himself up and walks away. But certainly it was a good opportunity for the Swindon number 4 to have burst through for the equaliser. However, it is a free kick, and Swindon have certainly proved themselves lethal from this particular situation, and Demange is going to get a booking. A challenge not unlike Colin Calderwood's on Dave Bamber in the early minutes of the game, from which Billy Askew put Hull City in front. On that occasion, Calderwood escaped with a talking to by the referee. On this occasion, it's a booking. In case perhaps of inconsistency, it is, however, a yellow card for Ken Demange. So it's going to be either McLaren or Bowden to hit this one. Making sure the wall is in the right place, and certainly it's quite a substantial wall. Referee making his point that they should be 10 yards back. And referee Worrell not had the best of afternoons here this afternoon, trying to control these two teams. And Dave Bamber now. It'll be to Bowden. Bowden will hit a curler, and a fine effort too, over the top from Hesford. Not quite the power of normal Bowden or McLaren free kicks. A variation that time. And Hesford, well, he was able enough to palm it over for the corner. So 2 good saves from the Hull City keeper in the last few minutes. Here's Jones. Once again, we have a disputed decision. It'll be a free kick to Swindon Town. And once again, referee Worrell paces out the 10 yards to make sure that the Hull City will retreat the required distance. It'll be either Bowden or McLaren to take this one. It's McLaren, and a good effort too. Hit a fine shot just wide of the post. A lot more power than Bowden's effort had. And very close indeed to finding the corner of the net. Here's Payton taking on Kerslake, who does very well indeed. Skips past two challenges there and plays a long ball forward, looking for the run of Steve White. Askew beaten by McLaren. Here's Jones, near side now for Kerslake. Will cross into far post. Here's Fitzroy Simpson looking for the square ball for McLaughlin. So Swindon's football certainly looking to click into gear at the moment. They've certainly put pressure on that Hull City goal, but still they trail by 2-1. Midway through this second half. It's Bowden. Jones. Bowden once again. Simpson. Oh, trying to lay it through for Jones, and down goes Jones under the challenge of Askew, and that will be a free kick. Simpson then. Socks rolled down. Steps over it. Here's Bowden. Far post is Gittins. And, well, McLaughlin not quite tall enough, or in fact on that occasion had got up too high as the ball came to him. Bamber once again in the air, does well. He's been doing well all afternoon. Gittins and Payton together. Roberts cross, away by Gittins. And, well, that succeeds only in clearing the town end, and it'll be behind into the car park. So it'll be somebody's job to go out and get that football from behind the town end stand as Steve White goes in on this one from Digby's clearance. Shearer is far side with Nicky Brown. Simpson. Here's Bowden. Shotton who got the header away. Here's David Kerslake. Shotton's challenge again. It's McLaren. Good play by Nicky Brown, but Fitzroy Simpson, not to be denied, finding McLaren. McLaren a chance to pull it back. Here's White. Kerslake. It's a case of queuing up for Swindon at the moment, but still Hull City getting bodies in the way of the ball and able to bring it away. Atkinson. Recently brought into the Hull City side, Graham Atkinson made his first full appearance against Oxford United a couple of weeks before this game. Here's Bamber. Atkinson, a little cross in, but not really threatening to the town defence. It's Roberts, far side. Demange. Simpson doing well. And coming away with the ball, fine piece of play. Here's Jones. Kerslake showed too much to Askew on that occasion, and Askew once again gets a foot in, and Hull are able to take it away. And the ball hit into space for Atkinson, who's offside. Kerslake. Calderwood. Jones, and here comes Kerslake. Steve White. Simpson's corner. And up goes Hesford, does well, does the former Blackpool keeper. His brother Bob Hesford, England rugby international. Paul Bodin with the header. Here's Calderwood. Near side is Kerslake. McLaren sweeping ball, far side for Bodin. Fitzroy Simpson getting to the byline. His cross just a touch too powerful though, and Hull able to clear through Atkinson. Bamber, down he goes, a free kick. Dave Bamber yet to be on the winning side on his returns to the county ground, being back twice with Stoke City, lost 3-0 last season and 6-0 this season, so he'll be looking for better fortunes today, and at the moment his side lead by 2-1. Here's Roberts. Bamber teasing Jones, and Jones gets a foot on it, but Hull City still in possession and get the corner kick. It'll be Roberts once again who'll take this corner kick far side. Payton. Digby then with the clearance. And an offside flag is up against Steve White, and there's the linesman with the yellow trim, Mr. B.A. Wigington. And there's the Hull City forward, Andy Payton. Injured as the corner came over. It does look serious. The Hull City number 8 will require some sort of attention here. And in fact, it's a stretcher. It was a sad sight to see on a football field. A sight we've seen twice before this season at Swindon. Mike Whitlow for Leeds was stretchered off, and the Sheffield United player also had to leave the field with a broken leg. So not one of the happiest sights in football, really. I see a player taken off like this. Let's hope all's well with Andy Payton, the scorer of that fine goal, the second goal for Hull City this afternoon. A beautiful individual effort, skipped his way past the Swindon Town defence. And Paul Hunter has taken the field to replace him. Hull City's new signing, £150,000 from Scotland. But I dare say he would have liked to have made his debut in slightly happy circumstances than this. McLaren clears from the heart of the Swindon defence. Bamber, though, over his head. Atkinson beaten by Gittins. On by Simpson. McLaughlin. White. Swindon look to pick this tempo up again. Still 2-1 down. And as the minutes tick away, I can see 3 precious promotion points perhaps go begging here. And the game, when on paper, of course, they should have won comfortably, but football, as we all know, isn't played on paper, it's played on the grass. And there is David Bamber and John Gittins tussling, and it's a free kick to Hull City. Billy Askew with the free kick. Bamber in the air wins that one. Digby has to get there before Malcolm Shotton can. Jones forward for White. White trying to lay it off. Shotton makes a bit of a hash of that. Down goes McLaughlin. Shotton retrieves the ball. Jones is down 2. It's White. All a little bit frenetic in there. McLaren. Here's Bowden. Simpson's far side. And that's out by Jobson. Throw in for Swindon Town. Far side of the field then. To the last 10 minutes or so of the game. Will go Hesford, and does well despite the attendance of Duncan Shearer and Steve White. But the Hull City keeper very much in control in his 6-yard box. Bowden. Away by Shotton. Bamber tries to take it down on his thigh, but Jones lays it off now for McLaren. Here's Calderwood. Coming forward strongly is the Town skipper. McLaughlin, little header for Simpson, but well cut out. As Robert picks it up for Hull City, he plays a long ball forward, but Gittins, no problem there for the Town number 6, and he'll find Fraser Digby. Swindon about to make a substitution then. It'll be Steve White who'll come off. and Sean Close, the club's £70,000 signing from Bournemouth, who will take his place. Steve White gets a good reception from the crowd. Played in his usual wholehearted method up front for the Town this afternoon, but not found his way through, and unable to add to his tally of goals this season, which stands at 22. Shearer. Here's Jones. Floats it in, far post. Shearer, though, is beaten in the air on that occasion by Jobson. Bodin is close, first touch of the match. It's a poor cross, Giddins is at the far post, appear to be impeded, but is Atkinson then taking it down this left hand side and facing McLaren. It's McLaren who comes out on top. And the crowd not happy once again with the referee Worrell's decision. Bamber. Here's Askew. And it's back now to Fraser Digby. On by Close, good header. Looking for Shearer, hit it on the volley, and that wasn't far away. It was a fine effort from Duncan Shearer, but a good layoff from Sean Close. Duncan Shearer not quite getting the direction right, but he certainly hit it well enough. And something he's very good at is Duncan Shearer, hitting first-time shots. Beat the keeper, but also beat the post. Here's Kerslake finding Jones. And a hopeful ball forward, looking for Sean Close, but Jobson continues to do the solid job he's done most of the afternoon and puts the ball into touch. Goal kick then for Hull City. Here's Hesford. Certainly done his job this afternoon. Pulled off one great save from Alan McLaughlin. Demange and McLaughlin together. And Shearer, and the whistle's gone. Shearer again getting power in that shot, but it's a free kick for a challenge by McLaren on Demange. Malcolm Shotton will take it for Hull City. Just joined the club from Barnsley. In fact, played for Barnsley when Swindon won 1-0 up at Oakwell. Colin Calderwood on that occasion getting the goal. Wayne Jacobs then to take this throw for Hull City, and Looking for Bamber, who turns well against Gittins and will get the corner kick. In fact, it's a free kick for foul by Bamber on John Gittins. Indeed, in fact, Swindon will have to take that again because it wasn't quite in the right place. Kerslake. Calderwood helps it across now for Bowden. Jobson. McLaughlin then, as the time ticks away for Swindon, as they desperately want to get back in terms in this game. They're still 2-1 behind. Jones. And there's Shearer, and Hesford once again up to the task. Just able to stop that ball from entering the net at the top of that particular goal mouth. Takes it now then, the clearance right-footed. Calderwood beaten by that flight of that ball. Here's Hunter. Bamber's in the middle. Hunter's cross is a good one. Here's Bamber, and straight at Digby. Good position for Dave Bamber. It was Hunter's cross. Unmarked was David Bamber. Here's Kerslake. McLaren. Sweeping ball, looking for Fitzroy Simpson. Inside the last 5 minutes. McLaughlin helps it on, looking for Shearer. Can he get the angle on? He can. And once again, Hesford's there. The Hull City keeper kept his side in the game at times this afternoon. And Shearer really having a bit of a one-man battle with Hesford. Corner kick then, Fitzroy Simpson. McLaren. Goes Jones. Laskew. Calderwood. Here's McLaren. Gives that ball into the box, and Jones tries to get in too, but it's Wayne Jacobs. Swindon second going into this game in Division 2. And a good result here would certainly have helped their cause in the promotion straights, looking to get in the top 2 and avoid the playoffs. But they still trail by 2-1. Askew. Hunter going across to challenge Gittins, and Gittins enough pace to find Digby. Jones. There's McLaren inside him. Go for McLaughlin, edge of the box, tries to turn, and it took a deflection. Hesford there once again. Oh, and Hunter all alone as he took that clearance from Hesford. Here's Roberts. And he'll get the free kick. The challenge from behind by John Gittins. Atkinson going off then, McParland coming on. And there you are, the attendance for this afternoon, 8,123 in this beautiful sunshine and they've enjoyed a fairly entertaining match. Although the majority of them, of course, Swindon Town fans, they won't be too happy with this situation. Free kick then for Hull City. Goes Digby, takes it off the head of Paul Hunter. Simpson helps it on. Simpson again. Shearer. Kerslake. Long ball forward for Sean, close to chase, but really no chance of him getting that one. And Hull will break swiftly from midfield. Here's Billy Askew finding McParlin, the second Hull substitute. Bamber, Askew. Gareth Roberts is far side, all alone. Here is Gareth Roberts. Under the far post is Bamber, and that just about seals it. His first goal for Hull City on his return to Swindon Town. And the simplest of tasks for him, a beautiful ball in from Roberts, and at the far post was Bamber. Stood about a foot in front of Fraser Digby, and doesn't he look delighted about that? Sealed the 3 points for Hull City, there's no question of that. Swindon Town 1, Hull City 3. And he'll be well pleased with that goal. So Swindon faced a difficult enough task as it was, but virtually impossible now with just minutes remaining on the watch. But McLaughlin will still try it all for Hawley's worth. Here's Sean Close. Gittins. Turn by Kerslake. McLaren. Jones. Running Kerslake again. Billy Askew, as he's done all afternoon, foraging very well in midfield for Hull. And an offside flag. Quite comfortably too. Against McParland. McLaren, perhaps he'll hit it, and well, no trouble there for Ian Hesford, and he's relieved to see that scoreline as we approach the final whistle. It's McLaren. Fitzroy Simpson is far side. Can he make something of that? But Hull City just content to put that in the north stand and not to worry too unduly as to whereabouts. Bowden to Simpson. Shearer on the volley, and well, he caught it well enough, but not quite the direction. People making their way off the Stratton Bank. Enjoyed the sunshine, but certainly not the scoreline. Coldwood, McLaren, Simpson. So Hull in a very comfortable position, 2 goals in front here, 3-1, and keeping the ball in the Swindon Town half. And of course, if they do that, Swindon Town really can't threaten to reduce the lead. That's another throw to Hull City. Cross far post, looking for Bamber again. The whistle's gone. Referee looking at the linesman as if to clarify the situation. And indeed looking at his watch. There is the final whistle, and it's a shock victory for Hull City, Swindon's 4th home defeat of the season. And those fans who have made the journey down from Humberside, well, they're well pleased with this result. The first goal coming from Billy Askew after just 4 minutes. Andy Payton made it 2 on the half hour. Duncan Shearer reduced it a minute later with his 24th goal of the season. But then just 4 minutes from the end, it was Dave Bamber at the far post to knock in his first goal for Hull City, and his side's third of the afternoon, to give them 3 very valuable points in their fight against relegation. For Swindon, it's their promotion hopes dented slightly, and the 4th home reversal of the current campaign. Disappointment then for the Swindon Town fans here, but for the fans down from Hull City, very pleasant afternoon indeed. The final score again, Swindon Town 1, Hull City 3. This is Vic Morgan of BBC Wiltshire Sound. Good afternoon, I hope you've enjoyed the game.
We only got started when we went 2-0 down, and like I said in the programme notes, it's very hard when you've given away the first goal to come back. We didn't get the first goal today, and it took a second goal, and then we seemed to lift our game and get back into it. I don't know what the problem was. It was just hopefully we can put it down to one of those games where we didn't start probably as well as we have done recently, and we found ourselves 2-0 down. And then from there on, I think the performance was not too bad, but that's no good when you're 2-0 down.
It looked a difficult battle in midfield, and obviously with Dave Bamber up front for Hull City. How exactly difficult was he to deal with?
Yeah, he played very well. He put his body in, and it was very awkward. They've come, get 3 points, and probably deserved them at the end of the day.
You've got 2 away games in the space of the next 7 days. How do you view those?
Very difficult, but ideal opportunity to put right what went wrong this afternoon.
Okay, for you, what was your view of it?
Well, this is very disappointing, but you get setbacks, and we're still in a good position to challenge Sheffield all these with 11 games to go.
I think they made it very difficult for you in the middle of the park, didn't they? All scrapping in there.
Yeah, I mean, they took the initiative by getting the early goal, and obviously that's a big lift to them. But we kept at it. Unfortunately, they went and got another one. But as I said, all you can do is keep at it. We got a goal back in the second half game. We had a good spell where we hit the bar, hit the post. And all you can do is keep trying, like. And you know, we've got to pick ourselves up for Monday, with Ipswich in mind on Tuesday, and then Oxford next Saturday.
People will point to this and say it's a surprise result and what have you, but it just goes to prove that you can't take anything for granted in football.
Well, that's right. It is a surprise result, but you know, we've all been in football long enough to know that happens. And as I just said, if we've now got to go over 11 games without losing if possible. We've done it a few times this season, and we're quite capable of again.
It is a difficult game at Ipswich. What are their strengths?
Well, I mean, you know, John Duncan's under a bit of pressure there. One always felt Ipswich were a footballing side, and they've probably changed that system slightly. It's a difficult game at Portland Road, but as I say, we're a good away side and full of confidence come Tuesday.
Anybody picked up any knocks today?
No, I mean, there's a few down, which is natural, you know. We're all down, but all you can do, as I said, you know, 11 games to go. Come in Monday, get some sharp work under the belt, and then be ready for Tuesday.
Okay.